Marty Supreme really has taken the world by storm. A24's most expensive movie ever, rustic orange, fruitionizing, and the man himself, Timothée Chalamet. He never ceases to surprise me, but this is really next level. To me, Marty Supreme takes a really tight blend between sports and survival and this idea of thriving through the love of the game. The antagonizing fear of failure is the through line of Timothy's performance in such a unique way that I do see a Best Actor nomination across the horizon. It's also directed by one of my favorites working right now, and genuinely nothing but stellar reviews out of its secret screening at New York Film Festival. A few weeks ago, I got to see Marty Supreme, and man, it changed my life. I don't like using too many hyperboles. This isn't the greatest movie of all time, but it really finds this core of survival through a sport that I just haven't seen in a really long time. I'm a huge fan of Josh and Benny Safdie. I thought Benny did a really good job with the smashing machine, but Josh is really able to find this life-threatening survival aspect in this film that makes it way more akin to something like Good Time and Uncut Gems, while also blending a sport into it, thus giving us a little bit less sport than the Smashing Machine gave us, but at the same time, the Smashing Machine gives us a little bit less survival. It feels like the two extreme ends and both directors trying to find their way in the middle of what works best. Halfway through this film, I was slightly worried about the sport of this film. The ping pong wasn't as prominent as I thought, but then I realized it's not about the sport itself. Ping pong is just a viewfinder into the character of Marty Mauser, and it's more so a study on this guy who just absolutely loves to win. Every second we're spending with Marty is an equivalent of a moment we're spending with sport. Thus, the whole film is just based in this drive to win. It's really difficult for me to fruitionize and explain to you what this film means to me just because it feels so personal in the idea of wanting to win. It's like dropping everything in your life to win. And the film evolves into more of a survival tale that, yes, has to do a lot with winning, but it also just deviates into a survival thriller, which I love. It's giving us really the best of both worlds. There's a scene in this movie that feels like the dialogue is ripped right out of a Whiplash, and that's when I knew this was going to be an absolute banger. All of this story chaos is really well aided by the technical wrapping of this film because it is an absolute beast. It's shot not only in a very claustrophobic way, but it also really sets the scene for this 50s New York City. I love the way that this film is edited. It comes in 2 hours and 30 minutes, so it does run a little bit on the longer side, but it is chaotic, it's exciting, and it's exhilarating, so it doesn't feel like 2 hours and 30 minutes. It feels long, but it doesn't feel like it's pushing that runtime. Oh, and the score of this movie, I would describe it as like threatening to your system. Like, it is just pulse-inducing. It matches so well with the ping pong aspects, but also the survival aspects. With the overall story is, I think, where this film really separates itself from not only the rest of the Safdie's filmography, but Timothée Chalamet's filmography as well, and sports movies in general. I think the structure of the story can get a little repetitive, but Timothée Chalamet is really delivering a performance that allows for other people to feed off of him so well, and that's obviously a testament to himself, but also the character of Marty Mauser and how he's explored throughout the runtime of this movie. There's a scene at the end of the film where you see his life coming together in a certain way, and the impacts of winning, losing, and the characters around him. And it really just made me reflect on the whole entire film and every single character within it. And it felt like the perfect ending to a film that had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. It's not just survival in the game, it's survival in life. And that's what I love so much. Talked about this recently in my Oscars video, but I do think Gwyneth Paltrow is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of the discussion around this film has been Timothée Chalamet's pursuit for an Oscar, and I don't blame him. This film really does feel like the culmination of all of that, a physical manifestation of his drive to win in this one thing in his life, and that feels so well translated to a movie about fucking ping pong. I do believe he's going to get the nomination. I don't know if he's necessarily going to win, but this is a top 3 performance of the year for me. At the end of the day, Marty Supreme is absolutely phenomenal. Not only does it live up to the hype, but it really delivers this unique experience of being in the driver's seat of a guy that just wants to win in life. Overall, I'm going to give Marty Supreme a 9 out of 10. If you still want to check out Marty Supreme, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.